everybody. My name is Jack Zeinert. Sorry. I'm a first-year fabricator. I currently work for Tweet Garrett. I got into the trades about a little over a year ago, and I actually met DJ at my high school career fair, my senior year at Neenah High School. At that time, I had already been working as a welder for a small outfit in Neenah, and I had basically heard a lot of the guys talk about, well, I've been here for 15 years and I make about $30 an hour and benefits are decent. And then when I met DJ, he kind of threw that pay scale down in front of me, and he was like, well, let's see some of your work. So I showed him some of the stuff that I'd been working on and some of the things I had done in high school, and just that little bit of extra experience that I had in high school really pushed me forward and really got me into the spot where I am in today. So take as many classes as you can when you're in school. Take full advantage of that, because this is the time now to figure out what you want to do and kind of take a little bit of a footstep towards that. I mean, the youth apprenticeship is a great way to do that. I sadly wasn't able to do that because, like I said, when I met DJ, I was in my senior year. It was a little too late. I was about 2 months shy of graduating. So at that time it was, hey, I already knew I wanted to do this. So I was lucky enough to know what I wanted to do. And then all that was left was for me to graduate. I got my resume sent out on a Thursday morning around 8 o'clock. And by the time I was done with school at 3 o'clock, I had 8 phone calls and 8 voicemails from 8 different contractors wanting to hire me. I had an interview that day directly after school with ASCO. I went in, heard their spiel, then I went over to C.R. Meyer the following day and decided to take a job there. And I then worked my way through at that place and went and developed some more relationships with other contractors in our area. And I was lucky enough to really get a whole wide variety of experiences during that year. Well, also doing that, I took as many night school classes as I could because I was in metal trades. It was free education. Why wouldn't I have that at my disposal? Why wouldn't I use it? So I took as many classes as possible. I knew they wouldn't count for my hours towards my apprenticeship once I got it, but to me, any knowledge is well learned and well earned. So I took as many as I could. I got a few UA certs while I was here, learned how to weld and do the skills of the trade, and then when it was time for me to get my apprenticeship, I was more valuable than some other my peers, and I was all better off just because of this union hall and this local and all the people that mentored me through that. So I really have the utmost and the most appreciation for this local and this group of people here that have taught me. I mean, I've been instructed by pretty much every one of the guys standing around in a tan shirt, and I have known and grown to know a lot of these people closely, and it's something that isn't just taken for granted. When people say it's a brotherhood, it truly is. So it's much more than just a great career.
Thanks, Jack. Anybody have any questions for Jack? Thanks, Jack.